This is a emergency broadcast. Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the 143 episode is tonight's episode. We got a special story to tell you tonight.
Yeah. Oh, what's that?
About our neighbor.
About our
neighbor
what?
Running down the street.
Our neighbor running on the street.
Chasing after a maid's people.
Chasing after maids?
Yeah, and we had one person looking at a package.
Okay, Uncle, you're really hitting me with a lot of things. I have no idea what you're talking about now, but let's the
news. The mail.
This sounds all very important, but before we start, let's just...
I want to hear somebody on this side.
Check
one.
What's
the next problem?
Well,
let's start with that.
Can you hear me?
We're going to do that, Uncle. That's the thing. We've got some strange technical difficulties, and nobody's quite sure what's going on here, but...
I want to know who's talking on the other end, not the sidekick over here. I want to hear the people on the other side.
Well, the short version of the story is we're not going to be able to do that. For whatever reason, we can't hear producer Chuck. We can't hear anything going out on the Ochelli.com live feed. We are going out live and we're being heard. Just send us little messages in the chat room that you hear us. I know that you do, but
I hear the clicking on the background of me. Click, click, click. I know they hear some.
And Uncle, the worst of all this is that in this current state of affairs, we're not going to be able to take live calls tonight.
No calls.
We can't do it. Not like this.
No, it has to be called out from his side. I think it's his side's the problem.
Uncle's trying to figure out if it's our side, our computer, if it's Chuck's side, Chuck's computer, or
somebody's side. I think it's his side.
Uncle, I wonder if it's somebody in between the two.
That's in between who? Who's talking between us?
The gods of the internet could be playing games with us right now. I think Larry Page of Google did this.
Google, you are paying a problem. I am trying to do something here. That's the problem. See, I don't know what the problem is right now.
Chat room, tell them you can hear me.
Myself again.
Chat room, tell them you can hear me.
We got a number of issues, but any questions you all have, send them in via the chat. I'm going to be on there. I'm looking at it right now. I'm just scrolling down as we speak to get to the current. I hear the click clicks. You hear all the click clicks, right, Uncle?
Yeah, I hear that. They're listening to it. They know what I'm talking about.
So the chat at Ochelli.com is a way to get a hold of us tonight. No live calls, sorry. They can hear us, Uncle. So we got Lucum, Creative Accidents.
Accidents?
I can hear Chuck. Oh, gosh, they hear Chuck. Yeah. So for all we know, Chuck is taunting us right now. He's saying strange things behind our back, Uncle.
Wait till I get him live. Oh, the paybacks. You know how they feel.
Yeah. But who knows? It's just, again, Chuck was mentioning Mercury in retrograde at the end of my show, Uncle. And
what does that mean?
Well, we need to ask my wife because she keeps mentioning that too. It's astrological. It's Mercury, the planet, the first planet from the sun in our solar system, is moving in the sky in some way. I don't even know
what's causing it.
That apparently, when Mercury is in retrograde, bad things generally happen, and I have to say, a lot of bad things have been happening to people lately.
This might be what's happened. Now we know what the problem is,
especially with electronics.
Outside, get to the moon.
It's in the sky.
It's in the sky is our problem.
Malukum's telling me that Mercury is in control of communications. Yes, Mercury Hermes is known as like a god of communication.
That's it. That's it. That solves our problem. So now we can't have no calls. We can't even handle my other person on the other end. This is no show.
See,
all because
throw it out.
All because of a planet.
I'm going to throw this episode out.
Throw it out?
No, we're going to throw it out if I can't hear anybody.
Well, that's going a little far, Uncle.
I am. Because we got to know who we're talking to.
Well, we're talking to each other.
That's only us two. Nobody else on the other end.
Is that not enough, Uncle?
No.
This is how we started the show.
You started on your end? From now on, I take over. You get the second hour. How does that sound? Let me have the first hour. Because it seems like every time we get the first hour, it goes fine.
Yeah, well...
And let's go. Let's switch it. All right, you got the second hour.
You think we should switch time slots?
Switch time slot.
We should start with Uncle and end with the Age of Transitions.
Right. We should try it just for the curiosity, because I have a feeling this problem going on here.
Yeah. I'm being told by the chat room now that Chuck is laughing at what we're saying.
Right,
so good. That's good.
Well, I think we might do that, Chuck.
Yeah, there we go.
I am thinking about doing that.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I'm doing the first hour, he does the second.
I wonder if Chuck is putting in any weird sound effects over us right now. He could be putting in some...
I don't know what he's putting in. I can't understand what's on the other end. Can't even hear anything.
Yeah. Well, I think now is a good time, Uncle, to get into your story that you were at the beginning. What did I miss today when I was out of the house? What happened back here in our?
First of all, I didn't know anything going on. First of all, my sister calls up, says going across the street. There's something going out up and the back on the front. I'm looking at both sides. There's nothing out here. Then I go back in the house, then back in the front. I don't see anything.
Nothing.
And I'll find out what comes to worse is, all right, there's somebody, the neighbor is screaming down the street after maids.
Our neighbors were yelling and running down the streets after maids?
Maids, because package stealing for the post office.
Oh, so somebody's maids in their house stopped by somebody's
and was giving out cards, their cards.
Oh, they were giving out cards for their cleaning service.
And the neighbor said, "What are you doing in the bowl? Looking in." And then they saw somebody looking in the package, trying to steal a package. I said, and all this going on. This is what the problem was. And then the neighbor, and then Mike, the neighbor, screaming his hunger.
Oh, he was yelling
at them.
He came out at the maids.
At the maids and run them down and took the cards, took them down, and did something about that. It was something going on, and I didn't hear a thing about it. Didn't hear anything simple what's happening, and it was these people with the maid cards.
Maids. Well, look, these are people saying they're maids, posing as maids. I don't know if they're house cleaners.
We could be going right back to square one. What that lady was talking about.
Entertainment.
Remember with what's his name was saying, "Cut up, watch out for these people."
I guess so. I wonder if they probably don't even have a cleaning service. They probably made up fake cards so that they could get on people's doorsteps and steal those packages.
What was that lady talking about?
Who?
Her partner. Him and her partner from New England. That time that lady was talking about.
Okay.
She was talking about that while back on one of my podcasts.
So
could be one of these people.
For the sake of brevity, Uncle, somebody stole a package off our neighbors.
Of the neighbors trying to steal one.
You say that they're maids. I say that they're people with cards that say they have a cleaning service that may or may not have a cleaning service.
Right.
They're just going around stealing packages for whatever reason.
Right.
I don't know what to make of this, Uncle. First of all, I'll say this. I have no idea what possesses anybody to steal a package off of somebody's porch.
I don't know. They're trying to steal off your old job. Post office people.
Yeah, well...
they go to jail like that you said there.
You know, Uncle, if you get caught...
You go to jail.
Yes, stealing mail, tampering with mail, and packages...
That's what this lady seems to be doing. It's a federal offense. This could be what she was doing.
I just don't understand. And you don't know what's even in it could be like a box full of dog food.
Mom, but it was a package to the neighbors, though, when he was just going in, and then she going into the side dip thing where the drip thing, too, was looking at that, looking in there. I don't know what for.
They could have, inside that box on their porch, could have been an electric pencil sharpener. You know? I mean, who knows what's in a box? It's a stupid... Why would you steal a box?
Ask me. Ask those people that are trying to steal it. What do I know? What do I know about it? I just hear about it.
It's a crime I fail to understand. I mean, you have to be stupid to do it. I'm sorry.
I know. I think that's what the ladies were. If you want to know who's, I think they were.
I mean, I understand people doing crimes and being driven out of desperation to do crimes and all of that, but I just don't understand why you would take that risk. It seems like there's other ways, easier ways to do illegal things that might get you some kind of benefit that aren't quite as risky. It's just so risky. It just doesn't seem worth it. I just don't understand. That's all I'll say about that. I don't know. What's going on, Uncle? It's tough out there. People are stealing packages. What else happened here while I was gone? This is crazy.
Yeah, that's about all I heard.
That's it.
Everything else was quiet other than the dog barking every 5-10 minutes.
So you say our neighbor was running down the street yelling? Or what was that like?
Yelling, going down the street, trying to get after them because they're going after the package.
So he saw the people.
Mike saw him.
Saw the package.
And call his wife.
Sure.
And telling him. And I saying that in the meantime, his dog was jumping up and down because he just had his stitches out. The dog stitches. Yeah, okay, and he's running back and forth. Yelling and screaming. And then my sister then said, "What's going on? What's going on?" She's yelling on the phone. Mm-hmm. I say, I don't know what the heck's going on until I went next door and found out that was the problem. And then they're putting salt water in. The man was knocking with the hammer. They're putting a salt thing in like we have.
Oh, they have a water softener that requires salt. Okay, got it.
And that's what they were doing with him. He was doing.
Oh. Boy, lots of going. Boy, it's exciting.
That was the excitement today. That's about it.
Oh, my gosh. Exciting in our neighborhood. Wow.
And I believe we also got a new neighbor across the street. I gave her a card.
Oh, good.
So she's probably having, if she can listen to her call in.
She likes broadcasting.
What is that number? Call out that number for me.
Uncle, I've just got a response from Creative Accidents, regular listener in the chat room, saying thank you for the street team materials that we mailed to them.
Oh, they have got them.
They got the street team materials. They're ready to engage their community with their Uncle the Broadcast cards now. Are
we talking about the sword people?
We're always talking about the sword people.
Oh, what are we talking about?
This is Creative Accidents, a listener. He's in the chat room saying, "Hey, Uncle, thank you for the cards that you sent." Oh,
they send them. Did Chuck get his, by the way?
Yes, Chuck did get that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, so we'll be waiting on his post box for his then. Yours.
Yeah. His. Well, Chuck has an entire swag bag of stuff he has for his show, and then the things that we sent to him, our cards and whatnot.
I hear something.
We do hear some static. Chuck,
I hear something.
Chuck, could you say something?
I hear something.
We hear you. You're coming through.
What happened here? Oh, I got somebody on the
It's a miracle.
I'm talking to the sidekick here. Who's on there?
I called in.
Oh.
On the phone line.
Ah.
Oh.
For some reason, they can hear me on the microphone.
Right. So now you're back to normal.
Yeah, we hear you just fine. Yeah, it's a good sound for you on the phone, Chuck. We like this.
Well, let's just call on the phone, take off your thing, and get on the phone then. Oh, we still have to...
This means that we can take calls, huh, Chuck?
Can we take calls?
We could.
Okay. And, get that number out.
Okay, the number is... I'm looking for it right now.
Fixing our problem.
Okay, 319-527-5016. If you want to talk to us, the number is 319-527-5016. Uncle, I think it's dollar store beer time.
All right, now it's dollar store beer time. Well, I hear we got a new beer for one.
Hey, absolutely, guys. I'm going to mute.
Okay.
In case there's a caller or something, I'll jump back in.
Okay, cool.
This is really weird.
Yeah, it's an odd situation, isn't it?
I don't know what side it's from, but straighten it out with him next week.
I was even playing sound effects while you guys were talking.
Oh, good.
Sound effects.
You had a dog barking and everything.
Wow. Uncle, this is one of those shows we have to go back and listen to the actual show, Uncle, to experience
I have
it.
to listen to this on my thing when you have it.
All right. I'm going to mute out.
Sounds good,
Dollar
Chuck.
store
Thank
beer
you.
time.
All right. Well, so all of you are, if you want to call in, please do so.
We got the calls out. One can call in.
Yeah, 319-527-5016. You can join us after all. So that's good to know, Uncle.
Yeah. When I was clicking crazy at the chat room, they're going crazy out there.
As always.
Oh, that is.
Uncle, the dollar store.
What we got here with the dollar store?
The dollar store.
Got some beer.
They finally got their act together and got new beers.
What that?
Here, take a look at this.
What do we got
Look
here?
at that can. It's not just a regular can. It is a 16.9 fluid ounce can. Almost a tall boy. It's taller than a regular beer.
Yeah.
1 pint.
If they can keep doing this weekly, trying to get some new ones, I might put them on the list again.
Yeah.
Don't want to put
regular listeners will know that we haven't been able to do a dollar store beer review for a long time because the store just hasn't got any new inventory.
This was the first new inventory that I've seen.
They dumped a lot of new stuff the other day.
They dumped what?
They had a lot of new beers. Unfortunately, there were a ton of IPAs, and this was the only thing that wasn't an IPA.
The IPA, my sidekick, he doesn't like them.
Don't care.
For some reason. I'm still trying to figure out.
Because they're disgusting.
Beer to me is beer. I mean, the taste to me, beer is beer. But when I'm tasting it, it tastes like beer.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see how you can...
Well, it just doesn't. It doesn't agree with my palate, Uncle.
Because it's on my hour here to just figure this out.
Different strokes for different folks, Uncle. Some people love it. I do not. This is a lager beer. We're in for a treat.
Love it.
Not only that, but it's imported from Holland.
What's in Highland beer?
The Nether Realm, the Netherlands, Uncle.
Wait a minute. Is that the guy from your hometown?
Van Gogh.
No, the one we went to get the...
Oh, yeah. The Amish
people.
Yeah, they are Pennsylvania Dutch, yes.
Right, yeah.
Well,
That's
of course.
what I was thinking of.
Yeah, well, you were thinking correctly because they came from Holland and they're to this day referred to as the Pennsylvania Dutch, the Amish folk that we always like to talk about on the show.
So we got some new from them.
So yeah, something straight from Pennsylvania.
Well, here we go. It's a Pennsylvania beer. Tell your father he's got a Pennsylvania beer now. In fact, how is he doing his cards?
He's doing fine. We'll have to have Dad call in this.
Call in this. I wish he could call in tonight.
But anyway, this beer is called Dutch Republic.
Dutch Republic.
It's called Dutch Republic. I like the look of this can. Nice white can with a green sort of label with white. It's just a really kind of plain looking thing. It looks cool. Yeah. It's from Holland. I've got high expectations for this, Uncle.
All right, now
let's crack it open.
I got no room here.
I am excited. Oh yeah, do you want here? I can make room for you. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have opened our beers. This again is Dutch Republic lager beer, imported from Holland, no less. The Nether Realm, as I like to jokingly refer to it as.
I always like to get in touch with my line man when we're drinking these. If you can call in, this is another beer we'll try.
Bumwine Bob, we'd love to hear from you. Okay, so I'm drinking this. Okay. So far, so good. It's a lager beer. Pretty lager. A lager is I like lagers. Lager is something that I can get into, Uncle. So
I agree with you here. I sort of like this lager stuff.
So I love the fact that this is a bigger than average can. More than
imagine the beer. It was those other ones your wife was drinking. It was the last time I judged the beer. Now that we
the Modelo Chelada, which we did review with Bumwine Bob, famously.
I sure like to get some more of them.
I've been seeing people. We go out in public here in Southern California, and the Chelada canned beer is a cultural phenomenon here, I have to say. To those that don't live here, you don't understand how popular the canned michelada has become.
I thought that was delicious, even though it had something towards that. But this one, no, I'm testing.
I really like the micheladas, Uncle. I think the canned ones are surprisingly good. We went to that Angels game recently. Everybody's drinking those cans. So I know.
In fact, I think Nana wants to go to another one.
An Angels game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should. That was the first one we went to this year. We should go back. It's fun.
Get the umbrella.
Oh, she wants the umbrella hat on Umbrella Hat Day? Oh, no, Beach Umbrella Day.
Beach Umbrella Day. She wants that.
When they
I forget what game they played at. What day was that? No, was it the 12th? Or was it today?
We probably have already passed it. That's the way it goes.
Probably was. Dang.
What?
I forgot all about it. Well,
we'll have to wait till Mike Trout bobblehead day, I guess.
No, we can wait on that bobblehead day. No. Yeah.
You want to go on bobblehead day?
Bobblehead day. I want to go to the bobblehead day.
Oh, yeah.
I want to go to that bobblehead
It's a great day to see a baseball game, bobblehead day.
I've been dying to get a bobblehead.
We all have. But, Uncle, what do we think about this beer? I really like this so far. It tastes good. This is the kind of beer you can drink. You can enjoy. My favorite kind of beer. You can drink it easy to just throw back, but the taste is there. There's taste. It's not Bud Light.
I see where you're coming.
It's an actual taste to it.
The beer.
Yeah, right?
The taste of the beer, what this tastes like, is what you're looking for. All right, chat room, I hear you clicking.
Yeah, they're asking what the label looks like here.
The label looks green.
Yes.
DOUTHCH.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the name.
I will take a photo of this can and I'll post it to the Instagram feed.
Post it to the Instagram for them.
Because, this can deserves to be on the Instagram feed.
Right,
It'll
put
be
it on
there.
Instagram.
It won't instantly be on Instagram. You're going to have to wait for it, but I will put it on there. It's going to be a later gram, Uncle.
Oh. Well, let me have an explain on the time change for me, if it's possible.
Wait, what are we talking about now?
Back from the beginning of the show, I was mentioning about I'd like to see if I'm first and you second.
Oh, you're very serious about this time change
thing. Because
the time slots.
I would get more reaction
of
my hour than you would.
You're trying to get more listeners for my show.
What would you mean?
Well, you say that you're the big draw. So
I'm the draw. Yeah.
So if I want listeners for my show, we should do yours first. Get all the listeners here, and then if I go, then
some from my show over to you. That's what I was thinking. Now,
I'm hearing something. Do we have a caller? Is Chuck
caller?
There?
Who's this there on the phone? And what's your name? Where you from?
Oh, it's just me.
I know you're the sidekick. You're the other guy. I'm trying to get some callers. We're busy talking about the beer.
Hey, listen, if they were there, I'd bring them in.
Oh.
You know, Uncle, one thing you need to know, there wasn't any problems with my microphone or the calls or anything else during his hour.
Yeah.
I noticed. That's why I'm pushing me for the first hour. Let me take the first hour and him have the second.
We'll have to do it for...
I just want to... You do it for the first week, just to see how it goes.
If only for technical reasons.
But that too.
Something about my show throws everything off kilter.
That's exactly. You're hitting it, man. Sidekick, you're getting good there now. How'd that sound there, Chuck?
Well, you guys let me know. It's your shows. You tell me what to do. I work for you, right?
That's what I would want to do.
That's
see the sidekick
we'll have to
agrees with it.
We'll have to have a board meeting about this, Uncle.
Board meeting.
We'll have to get the we'll have to inform the shareholders on this one. It's a big decision.
I tell you, there's more people gets on my show. We'll talk on the show and we'll go crazy, and then throw them over to you for the second hour. I'm telling you, I can draw it like you were saying. I can draw it over to you. You want more customers? You want more callers? What are you yapping about, sidekick?
Well, I appreciate the favor, Uncle.
I
understand. Yeah.
Figured, well, let's say we do it this way, and boom. And
it seems like a winning formula. I mean, what could go wrong?
We never did it before.
That's true.
Try it
I'm open to new ideas, Uncle.
Well,
Let it never be said that I'm not.
Well, there's an opening.
You could have a vote.
I vote yes.
Boy, votes. Do we bring it down to it? You know, I would do that. I would put a Twitter poll out to vote to see if we should do the
poll out.
You know what? That's what we'll do. That's what we like to do on Uncle the Podcast.
We'll do that. That will solve our problem here. We'll fight back and forth between the albums.
We'll put it out, and we'll even put it out via the Uncle the Podcast Twitter account, like we did with the last one.
And try to do that, like you did on the game. Same thing.
So it's on you, listeners.
Yeah, it's on you, listeners. What hour would you want first? That would be how to go.
Should the Age of Transitions remain in the first hour and Uncle the Broadcast be second? Or should we switch it? Uncle the Broadcast starts at 10 p.m. and then the Age of Transitions comes on after that at 11. Right. You decide.
And
there we go.
And then I can hear it from your voting. See what would start, and if the people decide to switch the name, we will have it switched. If not, we'll have the same way we have.
Uncle, you're a champ.
How does that sound like a call, people? I should have done this to start with.
Should have. Uncle, you're a champion of democracy.
Online democracy.
I'm gonna pull his audience over to him if I do it the way I'm thinking. But here we are in the middle of this beer contest.
Gosh, yeah, we're still drinking this beer. It's still good. We'll give it a rating. I see a huge comment in the chat room from Random Death Meddler again. Do you want me to read it, Uncle, and see?
Yeah, let's see what they have.
Maybe
I want to hear the chat room, people.
I'm going to have to cut out some cursing, I think, but I'll be able to do it.
Curse out those cursing. I want no cursing on the show.
Okay, so Random Death Meddler says, I understand Uncle's point of view. Why does it seem like the powers that be are pushing DMT so much? That's a drug, Uncle. Oh. It's a hallucinogenic drug. I'm seeing that stuff everywhere now. I've smoked like 10 times or so a few hours ago, actually, and every time just fine to be totally lame. The DMT. Okay, so don't get me wrong. It's by far the hardest stuff I've ever done. Had complete OBE, that's an out-of-body experience, Uncle, every time, but I don't see the appeal. Why do people think they are going to find... What are they going to find there? It's like a bad color show with a hit or two, and I sure don't see finding the meaning of life after 4 hits and breaking my bong. It's like the CIA's new acid. I honestly think PCP and maybe even crack, too, is better than that nonsense. Oof, this is getting pretty harsh there.
What in the world are you talking about, all this kind of language?
You sound about hardcore drug use, Uncle.
All right, chat room. I hear you, chat room.
Yeah. Dollar store DMT, we're saying. But we're just sitting here drinking a beer, Uncle. Random death metal. My ears. Random death meddler has taken a step of.
Ooh, more music.
Yeah. He's going full on metal with this.
Oh man! And everybody also hear about this Queen movie. Very, very good. I thought it was good. Excellent.
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. Biopic of Queen.
I got the things on the phone. Got the things on HBO.
You liked it?
I liked it. It was interesting. Actually, I'm listening to it goes up now.
I saw the movie in the theater. I mentioned it on the show, actually.
Yeah, you saw it live in the show.
I was surprised with how good the movie was.
I didn't see it live.
It was better than I expected.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it. It was a good movie.
I liked the music.
It was fun. It was fun.
For once, we all concur on a movie. I just saw it recently.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really great.
Cool. What do you like about it, Chuck?
I didn't expect the guy from Mr. Robot to do so well.
Mr. Robot?
Being Freddie Mercury.
Oh, yes, that guy.
He was convincing.
I
was still trying to look at his face.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. Still couldn't figure it out. You know who he's from? You all telling me who he's from. And I'm looking at his face all this time.
Yeah. They got the teeth, and he did the voice good, and he did the singing, and he definitely had the mannerisms of and the demeanor and the presence of Freddie Mercury. He did a good job with it. I don't know how he did that, but he did.
He was a little bit off, I think, with the live performance, because Freddie Mercury had this very sort of fluid movement when he was on stage, which is why he had that, the microphone half piece a lot of times.
Yeah.
It went along with his performance style. And that guy missed that a little bit, but the rest of it was like dead on.
I was going to say we review it, but don't tell me.
And you can't expect him to be exactly correct. I mean, it's just not going to happen. It was surprising. It was good.
What got me is the star singer.
Yeah.
He says he wants to be with Queen. Next minute, turns around. He finds out being gay, first of all, and I didn't realize in the beginning of the movie he had a girlfriend. Now, wait a minute. How can a girlfriend, a person being gay, have a girlfriend? That was through my mind. And wait, this was some confusing to me. And then after that, it came down to liking boys.
Well, that was part of...
I couldn't understand that part. That's what I was trying to figure out.
It was part of his story. He had
a story of it. Yeah.
He had a personal identity crisis himself, and so it was just getting into that aspect of his life, and it's just what it was.
Yeah, and they show it running alongside of the time when he was, trying to be a solo artist, and it didn't really take off as well as he thought it would, or the record company thought it would.
Yeah.
So, it was actually a really decent portrait of what actually happened there.
Yeah. You know what I appreciate about it was it wasn't explicit in any way. And it didn't get in any graphic details. Some people were actually complaining about this, oh, it's too PG. I thought it was respectful that it was done that way.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Right? Yeah, that's exactly how I'm like, I don't need to see anything more than this. This is the way to do it.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know what other people are thinking, but whatever. So
I mean, especially given that Freddie Mercury was a unique voice in music history. And to treat him with that level of respect was actually kind of surprising from a Hollywood movie.
Yes.
So I appreciated it.
I agree. That's what's... I feel that's been lacking in so many of those biopics, and why I don't like them, because I feel that the same respect is usually not given. It really isn't.
No, for Jerry Lee Lewis, right? Remember Great Balls of Fire?
Oh, yeah. We know Jerry Lee Lewis, yeah.
Yeah, Uncle, you've seen that movie, right?
Yeah. I
mean, it was kind of dark. It was kind of weird, and really represented Jerry Lee Lewis, but they got him acting a little crazier than I would have expected, considering he was a transformative figure in music again. They paid a lot less respect to him, and he was a consultant on the movie. Freddie Mercury's dead, and they treated him better.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Maybe it's because he was. It comes down to so many variables, but yeah, I thought it was well done, surprisingly so. Surprisingly so, without a doubt. Yeah, and I'm seeing people concurring in the chat room, basically saying the same thing. I went in expecting nothing. And it was better than I thought it was.
So they all liked it too.
Yeah, everybody seems to have liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it went through okay. I mean, for a rating, that's I probably gets a good high rating on it.
Yeah. Do you want to rate the movie, Uncle, 1 to 10?
Oh yeah, I could break that movie. It is over. It's over the top.
What's it get?
10. To me, to my point of view, watching it. I don't know what you are doing.
I think I'll give it an 8 because it's considering what it is and how good it was. I give a lot of things an 8. I realize, but it's definitely not a 10. But it was good. It was very good, better than I thought it would have been.
Gets over the 10 because of I get it because of the music, how he sang it in his organ.
Oh,
That's
Uncle,
what made it
Uncle. Important point made in the chat room just now by Creative Accidents.
What happened, actually?
He says, and this is a member of our street team, no less.
What's he saying?
He's saying, Uncle, don't your business cards show a set time for your show?
Right.
They do. They say that the show starts at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, no.
So if we change it, the business card will be wrong.
Right. Oh, you're right.
We're stuck. It's set in stone.
It stayed there. It stays there.
All right. Twitter polls off. Sorry, everybody.
Fire the polls off. We just had realized the numbers. He did come up with a question now.
Yeah. Good point.
Well,
good point.
That is a good point. I didn't think of that. We should have waited. Now that I should have said something.
Well, it's all right. It's all right. It was a good idea. I like the concept of it.
Well, it was a good idea. It came that up because I forgot about the cards.
Yeah, because everybody you give the cards to, then you'd be bringing listeners into me, Uncle. Every time you give a card out, they'd be listening to the Age of Transitions, not Uncle at the broadcast.
That's true. I didn't think
you were doing more for me than I realized.
Well, now? Well,
yeah, just now.
How are you now?
How I feel great.
No, how? Not great. I'm talking about on your our first hour.
Oh. Being
that you're getting people.
Things are going well with the show. Actually, I'm in a very good spot now where, things are interesting right now, and things are going well, generally speaking, yes.
Well, then that's off. Then voting's off.
Voting's off.
I just realized.
Well,
I totally forgot about my cards too. Yeah. When the track.
I did too. That was excellent point. Creative Access. You're keeping us on track here.
Keeping me on track.
Thank you.
Forgot about that.
Now, see, that's a true street team member. They're working with us.
Yeah. Well, I guess we got to keep it as it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Uncle, we're still drinking this.
I'm still drinking this
Dutch Republic.
Well, I think it's time to figure out what we can grade this to.
It's time to rate this beer at long last. We've been drinking it long enough. We've got the taste.
Talking to people.
We've got the taste in our palates here.
Yeah. What do you give it there, sidekick? I
am giving Dutch Republic lager beer a 9 out of 10.
9?
That is pretty good. This is a good beer. It's not quite as good as that German one we had once, but I'm particular to the German stuff given my name maybe. Dutch is close enough, and a 9 out of 10 it deserves. This is a fine beer.
A 9.
9 out of 10?
So what's a 9? Oh, it's a 9.
9 out of 10, Uncle. What are you rating this beer? Dutch Republic lager beer.
Damn. I'll go even too. Same number.
9 out of 10?
9 out of 10.
2 9 out of 10s.
Almost a 10, but
almost.
Not quite.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Not quite.
But a 9. But definitely a 9.
It's very good. Better than most beers.
I rated a 0 since I didn't get it.
Especially most dollar beers. I can guarantee it's going to be better than the IPA we have next week.
IPAs next week?
Yeah. I've got.
We got some more coming. Yeah.
There were at least. I want to say there were about 6 different IPAs from the same company.
IPA beers. Now, are they new ones that came in?
Yeah, they're new ones to the dollar store.
That we haven't had.
Never had them. No.
Well, that case. A few.
Just get them.
That because of
I got one. I got a 6-pack of.
We haven't had them, but if we had them, I don't want them.
The way I did it was it was the same company that made all these different IPAs. There are just all these different ones, and the way I chose the 6-pack was I went with the lowest % of alcohol by volume, because I find that the higher you get alcohol by volume, the taste starts getting bad.
I've tasted. I've noticed that. That darn thing came true. That's true. Because I realized what you just said. It makes sense. It makes strongly sense. Drinking these test beers and trying to organize for the company. If they want my business to keep it up, getting new ones,
Dollar store, stay on top of it, dollar store.
I was going to give a card to them. If they keep it up, though.
Yeah.
Get the new card.
We might even give them a free ad if they behave.
Yeah, they behave.
If they learn. Oh, and let's give out the alcohol by volume percentage on Dutch Republic here. It's 5% alcohol by volume, which is higher than the Budweiser or anything like that. So it's pretty high on the regular beer scale, but it's not ridiculous into the crazy IPAs that get to 7 and even up to 9 sometimes. The IPA I chose was like a 4.5, I want to say. I'm like, okay, this might not taste horrendous. Good. So that's what I did. So we'll be drinking that next week.
This is okay. It's a 9.
Yeah, it's a 9.
9. 9's a good one. I mean, but
I like it. Dutch Republic lager beer. If you find it, grab a pack. This came in a 4-pack of these
4-pack
of these pint cans. So.
Well, yeah, I could see why, because they're bigger too.
Oh, Lukem says he hasn't had a beer in a long time and he needs to get to the dang store.
Oh, well, go to the dollar store and get these. Hurry up. They're 4-packs. Tell them.
Yeah.
Tell them.
Yeah. They're in a 4-pack. Look for Dutch Republic.
The fella, what's his name?
That's Lukem.
Hey, Lukem, get some beers. Hurry up, quick.
Get some beers.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Move
I'm sure he's getting right on top of it. I'm sure it's a Friday night after all.
It's a Friday night. We'll start and go get some beers.
It's always a party atmosphere here at Uncle the Podcast.
I get going with these beers. It gets me going to get my talking started. See, I can't get started with my talking. Have you noticed, Sidekick?
Yes.
Where do I have a beer? I drink a beer. The alcohol language on drinking a test beer doesn't get me going. Have you noticed? Until I drink this beer. Have you noticed?
Oh, I've noticed.
See the difference in my attitude talk?
Oh,
a lot of people don't realize that.
They don't.
But now just hear me talking louder now, you see.
Yeah, it gets
okay,
loud.
Callers, let's get going. Call those ring calls.
Uncle.
Get those rings. Well, let's see who we got on the other end.
Well, it's a good idea, Uncle, but the show is kind of coming to an end soon.
Already?
We
got started here.
We barely have.
What the heck? I was just yapping away.
Actually, Chuck, if you could send me a quick message to give me the exact end of the show, let me know. I think I
don't know what he's looking at here.
I think I know.
Over here. We could go on for I don't know how long.
Yeah. You know that we could go on for at least 4 hours as we did on the New Year's Revolution, Uncle. That's
the longest one I've done. It always will be too, probably.
Well, there's always next year, Uncle. Maybe we could go even longer.
Next year, well,
maybe that's our goal. Extend it by an hour every single year we do it, till it just becomes like a whole day eventually.
I'm thinking of it though. We do that 1 extra hour every year.
Maybe
that could be. This is something to talk about and get the people. Yes.
Oh yeah, we hear you.
I'll have to get an assistant producer if we got to go more than 4 or 5 hours.
I know. Well, you can do that. I'll give you permission to get another person.
You have permission.
Well, I'm actually beginning to train a producer now, so hopefully they'll be ready by New Year's.
All right, New Year's. That's your deadline. New Year's, new man.
Yeah, it would be great to have the new producer and have it be like a real Ochelli Radio Network kind of party thing going on with the revolution. Get everybody involved that can be. I like that.
You know how many street people now that we got these cards? How many street people would be on it for New Year's Revolution? What are you laughing at, Sidekick? This would be excellent, and this is what's bringing you people too. All the stuff that I'm getting, you're getting some of them to put on your show.
Hey, I can't
stop talking. Stop being so funny.
I can't get enough street people, Uncle.
That's the point I'm trying to get to. Give you some off of mine to give my thing.
Uncle, I think that we should go out with a microphone to downtown and record some interviews with some street people.
I'm thinking of doing that one Friday night.
That would be fun.
I think that's what I want to do one Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of us talking like now, do that. Put that on our list to do.
Go interview the street people.
Talk to the street people and see who are. And see their faces who are the street people. Because here we are talking on this radio, on this thing. Who are we listening to? Who are we talking to? We don't know the faces. If we went out and face-to-face them, like we're supposed to do, we could know who we're talking
That's in the wings too, Uncle. That's in the wings. Listeners have heard us mention the desert camping trip idea, and I'll reiterate, I am actually serious about that concept. That's something I would like to do at some point. So just, stay posted. That's something I'd like to organize at some point. Yeah, a camping trip out to the high desert, Uncle.
We got to watch this, though.
We do.
You better not get it sandy.
Well,
You
good.
laughing at?
Well, yeah, I know.
I
yeah.
mean, this is White's equipment. Or we might put it in the new.
Yeah, and somebody's asking, will this trip be in the desert of the real? Well, it will be. I'm not sure what that means, actually, the desert of the real. It will be in a real desert out in near Joshua Tree. I'd like to do it.
Well, yeah, it will be in the desert, of course. We know that.
Perhaps they're quoting the Matrix.
Oh,
the
okay.
Matrix sign.
So
There.
5 minutes left, guys.
5 minutes. Okay,
left.
that's good.
Oh, that's 5 minutes.
That's good.
Electric fire.
We got an electric fire. Oh.
Well,
Maybe that's what happened to the sound earlier. The electric fire did it.
well, here we are. What else can we talk about?
Wow,
I
we
hope
got
the people, a new audience that we have one next across the street, I hope she had listened to some of this action. So what I said to you was that I said I would call. I said what happened today. It would have been sent.
Uncle, here, move the beer so you can get a look at this. This
What do we got here?
This is
Scissors.
a link to pureblades.com sent again by Creative Accidents. Do you see this product?
I see a scissor.
This is our sword store. This is
Oh,
a
that's them guys?
that's a product. Do you see the color on these scissors?
It's the one with the blade.
Yeah, it's
Where they get them from?
it's like the oil spill color.
Oil spill cover. Where did they get that? That is nice.
Pure Blades has that product in their inventory ready to sell.
We gotta go back to them.
This is the scissor, silver
We gotta
titanium
get
coat.
some money and let's go get that. We gotta go back.
These
to
are for cutting hair.
cutting hair.
Yeah, I can
Oh,
tell.
wait a minute. That is perfect. That is going in one scissors in one place.
Mm.
If we need to cut somebody's hair,
Oh yeah.
not in places you don't use it all the time, because that is an excellent design.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
a scissor. I don't want to have them lost.
We love that color.
I do.
We want iridescence in our blades. Whatever we're cutting, we want to be cutting with something
So
iridescent.
now we've got the blade people
Oh, we have
on
them.
our side talking about these colored designs. I like the design. Hey, better get your wife. She might be competition
Could
on
be.
the designs.
Shout out Pure Blades.
Shout out to Blades and shout out to your wife there.
Maybe after we do our live podcast at Pure Blades, we could also do a screening of the movie Blade in Pure Blades.
Yeah, we could do that.
That'd be good.
What do we have to watch one?
Maybe we could get a hold of Wesley Snipes and he could do a Q&A.
Yeah, we got get along with Mother Swipes. Oh, wait. How are we going to get in touch with him?
We can figure it out. I don't know. It can't be that hard to get a hold of. What's he doing
You know,
these days?
when I think of sword movies, though, I think of Highlander first.
That would be
Has
good. The
Uncle ever
Highlander.
seen that?
You seen the Highlander, Uncle? They made a TV series out of it too.
Not sure. I might have heard the name, Mike, but I don't know if I did or not.
I
have
feel
to
like
go
Uncle
back.
would enjoy that movie.
I might have to
Yeah.
go back and review it or see it.
It's about these like demigods that fight each other, and the only way they can perish is if one cuts off the head of another with a sword. That's the only way they can die. They have to be decapitated by another Highlander.
Holy ground, Highlander.
I don't think, is it on a show or a movie?
We'll have to look for it maybe on Netflix. It might be
Netflix
on
might
there.
have it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's something we can look for.
But Uncle, do you have any shout outs that need to be shouted out to right now?
Just to the Blades.
Pure
people,
Blades.
And the other people. They know who
Yeah,
they
the
are.
other people. Yeah. Shout out to you, other people.
I just can't say all of them tonight.
That's fair.
Well,
That's fair. I'm going to shout out to Desert Oracle Radio.
who's that?
Well, that's a show that's actually recorded out at this radio station in Joshua Tree, California. I just started listening to it,
somebody new?
actually.
Is it a new one?
Yeah, it's a publication. They do a little magazine publication. I think it's quarterly. It's pretty cool. And I just started listening to the show at the behest of somebody that I met out there last time I was there. And it's a good show. So it's a good show. It's cool. And again, that's the spot that we're thinking about doing the camping trip. So, that's our spot, Uncle, out in the desert. So
All right. As long as we don't get sand in it, we can go.
I agree.
I mean, well, we have to have it all set up like this. But then we're back again with speakers, ears, and things to go.
I know it. There's no way out.
How are we gonna see it live with someone?
At Pure Blades. We're going to do the live show.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to worry about sand in there. We just got to worry about cuts. Bring some Band-Aids with us.
What? Do they know a date?
We don't know any of that yet. We got to go.
Know a date? That's what I'm asking the people.
Maybe we'll go back to the Pure Blades shop.
Well, we have to go back to them and have it decide when they want to, what Friday they want to do it.
Yes.
We'll have to discuss that.
There's more networking we have to do with Pure Blades.
Before we start the talk show, and if they want us to come on a Friday, we got to know the time. Oh, we know our time.
We're in the infancy of our networking with Pure Blades, Uncle. But stay tuned to our Instagram at Uncle Podcast. There's going to be a picture of Dutch Republic beer can on there. Follow us on Twitter. We're not going to do that poll, sorry. Yeah, and UncleThePodcast.com is the website.
It's staying as is because we have our cards out. Reason why we're not changing it. It just dawned on me, but then when I said the street man on that in the crack room said that it threw me, and I said, wait a minute. He was right. He's absolutely right. We should not move it.
We should.
Because of what he said.
Well, thank you, everybody. Any potential street team members, get a hold of us. We'll send you your items so you can help promote the show. And anything else before we go, Uncle?
Oh, I'm glad you got the show there, Chucky.
It worked out.
Everybody got their stuff from the mail out. Mm-hmm. And that'll do it.
See you next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.
We don't even know if music is playing.
Where's that music?
There's no way of knowing.
Gosh.